If you're in your 40s, you've probably noticed something different when you look in the mirror. Your skin doesn't bounce back quite like it used to. You might see more fine lines, deeper wrinkles, or a loss of that luminous glow you had just a few years ago. And if you've been using the same skincare routine for the past decade, you're not alone. But here's what most people don't realize. Your skin is literally transforming at this stage of your life. And the products you're using might actually be making things worse. I'm going to walk you through exactly what's happening to your skin in your 40s. And more importantly, I'm going to show you the specific ingredients you need to avoid. If you care about maintaining healthy, youthful-looking skin, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss future videos on skincare science and anti-aging strategies. Let's start with the biology. Your 40s are a critical turning point for your skin. During this decade, several major things happen simultaneously, and they all contribute to what you see in the mirror. First, your skin's natural production of collagen and elastin begins to decline more noticeably. In your 20s and 30s, your skin cells were turning over relatively quickly, and your body was producing plenty of collagen to keep everything firm and plump. But around 40, collagen production drops by approximately 1% per year. That might not sound like much, but over a decade, that's a 10% loss of the protein that literally holds your skin together. Elastin, the protein responsible for your skin's ability to bounce back, decreases at a similar rate. So when you smile or frown, those expression lines don't disappear as quickly anymore. They linger. Second, your skin barrier becomes thinner and more compromised. Your skin's barrier is essentially the outermost layer of your epidermis, made up of lipids and proteins that keep moisture in and irritants out. In your 40s, this barrier naturally weakens. You have fewer lipids holding that protective layer together, which means your skin becomes drier and more reactive. This is why you might suddenly develop sensitivities you never had before. Products that worked fine at 30 might now irritate your skin or cause redness. Third, your skin produces less natural oils. Your sebaceous glands become less active, so even if you had oily skin in your youth, you might find your skin is now combination, or even dry. This reduced oil production means less protection and less natural hydration. Fourth, cell turnover slows down dramatically. Your skin cells aren't renewing themselves as quickly, so dead skin cells accumulate on the surface. This makes your skin look dull and tired, and it prevents newer, fresher skin from showing through. All of these biological changes are completely normal and natural. They're a result of aging, decreased hormone production, and cumulative sun exposure over the years. But here's where the problem comes in. Many of the ingredients in popular skincare products are actually exacerbating these issues. They're making your compromised skin barrier worse. They're irritating your sensitive skin, and they're providing short-term results while causing long-term damage. And that's exactly what I want to talk about now. If you're finding this information helpful, please hit the like button. It really helps me know that this content resonates with you, and it helps the algorithm share it with others who need to hear this. Now, let's talk about the ingredients you absolutely need to avoid or use with extreme caution in your 40s. The first one is dehydrating alcohols. When you see the word alcohol on a skincare label, your immediate reaction should be to check which type of alcohol it is. There are fatty alcohols, which are actually good for your skin. These include cetyl alcohol, stearyl alcohol, and cetearyl alcohol. They help thicken products and provide moisture. But then there are the dehydrating alcohols: ethanol, denatured alcohol, and isopropyl alcohol. These are drying solvents that evaporate quickly and strip moisture from your skin. In your 40s, when your skin is already producing less oil and your barrier is already compromised, using products with dehydrating alcohols is like poking holes in your skin's protective layer. Every time you use them, you're making your barrier weaker, increasing sensitivity, and accelerating dehydration. The second ingredient to avoid is fragrance, whether it's listed as fragrance, parfum, or essential oils. Now, fragrance smells wonderful. It makes using your skincare products feel like a luxurious ritual. But fragrance is one of the most common allergens in skincare. It's also volatile, meaning it can irritate the skin barrier and cause inflammation. In your 40s, when your skin is already sensitive and reactive, adding fragrance is unnecessary stress. Fragrance doesn't provide any skin benefits. It's there purely for marketing and sensory appeal. Your skin doesn't need it, and it's probably working against you. The third category is sulfates, particularly sodium lauryl sulfate and sodium lauryl sulfate. These are harsh cleansing agents found in many body washes and some face cleansers. They're excellent at removing oil and dirt, but they're also excellent at stripping your skin. They break down your skin barrier's lipids and leave your skin feeling tight and uncomfortable. Many people think that tight feeling means their skin is clean. Actually, it means their skin is damaged. In your 40s, you need gentle cleansers that remove impurities without compromising your barrier. Sulfates are not your friend. The fourth ingredient is benzoyl peroxide at high concentrations. Benzoyl peroxide is an antibacterial ingredient often used in acne treatments. It's effective at killing the bacteria responsible for acne, but it's also extremely drying and irritating. If you're dealing with hormonal breakouts in your 40s, which many women experience, you might think benzoyl peroxide is the answer. But using it on already compromised, sensitive skin will backfire. It will irritate your barrier further, cause excessive dryness, and actually trigger more inflammation and breakouts. The fifth ingredient is retinoids at high concentrations, used incorrectly. Now, I want to be careful here, because retinoids are actually one of the most effective anti-aging ingredients available. Retinol and prescription retinoids like tretinoin genuinely work for reducing fine lines and improving skin texture. But this is where so many people in their 40s make a mistake. They start with too high a concentration or use it too frequently. Retinoids work by increasing cell turnover, which is great, but they can severely irritate and dry out your skin if you don't introduce them gradually. Many people use a high-strength retinol every single night without building up tolerance, and they end up with a damaged, inflamed barrier. If you want to use retinoids in your 40s, and I think you should, you need to start low and go slow. We'll talk more about how to use them correctly in a moment. The sixth ingredient category is chemical sunscreens with certain filters. Sunscreen is absolutely essential in your 40s because UV damage is cumulative and accelerates aging. But some chemical sunscreen ingredients can be irritating, especially to sensitive, compromised skin. Oxybenzone and octinoxate are two filters that have been shown to cause irritation and allergic reactions in many people. Physical sunscreens with zinc oxide or titanium dioxide are generally better tolerated and less likely to irritate your skin. The seventh ingredient is formaldehyde and formaldehyde releasers. These are preservatives sometimes used in skincare products. Formaldehyde is actually a known irritant and potential allergen. Some products use formaldehyde-releasing preservatives like DMDM-hydantoin or imidazolidinyl urea, which gradually release small amounts of formaldehyde over time. In your 40s, when your skin is compromised, you want to avoid any unnecessary irritation. Formaldehyde releasers are completely avoidable. There are much gentler preservative options available. The eighth ingredient is phthalates, often hidden under the word fragrance. Phthalates are chemical compounds used to make fragrances last longer on skin. They're endocrine disruptors, meaning they can interfere with your hormones. Many skincare brands don't even list phthalates because they're considered part of the proprietary fragrance blend. This is another reason to avoid fragrance in your skincare entirely. The ninth ingredient is parabens at high concentrations. Parabens have gotten a lot of bad press, and much of it is undeserved. Parabens are effective preservatives that prevent bacterial and fungal growth in products. They're not inherently toxic at the concentrations used in skincare. However, some people do have sensitivities to parabens, and if your skin is already reactive in your 40s, parabens might trigger irritation. The key is to test your individual tolerance. If you have reactive skin, you might be better off with paraben-free products. The 10th and final ingredient category is mineral oil and petrolatum at high concentrations in leave-on products. These are occlusive ingredients that sit on top of your skin and create a barrier. While they're useful in certain contexts, using them excessively in leave-on products can clog pores and prevent your skin from breathing. In your 40s, you need products that hydrate and nourish your skin, not coat it with heavy occlusive layers. Let's talk about what you should actually be using in your 40s. The most important principle is gentle, consistent hydration and barrier support. You need ingredients that actually work with your aging skin, rather than against it. Hyaluronic acid is your friend. It can hold up to 1,000 times its weight in water, so it pulls moisture into your skin and plumps fine lines from within. Use it in a hydrating serum or toner applied to damp skin, and you'll notice an immediate difference in how your skin looks and feels. Niacinamide is another powerhouse ingredient. It supports your skin barrier, reduces pore size, and has anti-inflammatory properties. It's gentle enough for sensitive skin, but effective enough to make a real difference. Ceramides are essential lipids that your skin naturally produces less of in your 40s. Using a ceramide-rich moisturizer helps replenish your barrier and prevent transepidermal water loss. Peptides are amino acids that signal your skin to produce more collagen. They're not as strong as retinoids, but they're gentler and a good addition to your routine if you have very sensitive skin. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that protects your skin from environmental damage and helps brighten dull, tired-looking skin. Look for stabilized forms like L-ascorbic acid or ascorbyl palmitate. And as I mentioned earlier, retinoids do work for anti-aging, but introduce them slowly and carefully. Start with a low concentration like 0.025% retinol. Use it twice a week, and gradually increase frequency as your skin builds tolerance. Your skin in your 40s is changing, and that's completely okay. But you deserve skincare that actually supports those changes rather than fighting against them. By avoiding harsh, irritating ingredients and focusing on hydration and barrier support, you can maintain beautiful, healthy skin for the rest of your life.